Hello and welcome to Los Comics TV. I'm your host, Javier Hernandez. So, today we're going to look at a whole bunch of comics. Just came in, actually. I haven't opened them yet. Fantastic Four Unlimited. 1992, I think, 93, 92, 93 series from Marvel. It ran, was it 12 issues? I'm not sure if it was intended as a miniseries or they pulled the plug at issue 12, but maybe it was meant to be a 12-issue maxi series, as they used to call it. Anyway, so, like I said, I just got these in today, and I wasn't doing the whole unboxing, but it's like, you know what, cut out that couple of minutes of trying to open the box and everything. But we'll be able to go through these, and you'll get my first impression of... we're not going to go through every book, I don't think, but definitely want to check a lot of this stuff out. You know, the last video I did, the Herb Trimpe, Essential Hulk Volume 3, I think it was, Volume 3. Yeah, made him nostalgic for Herb Trimpe art, which I grew up with in the 70s on the books he did and such, and into the 80s. But, yeah, by the time 92 came around, it was kind of like that new style of Marvel art where you had a lot of the Image guys, right? You had Liefeld, Jim Lee, McFarlane, Silvestri. Like the art, they started at Marvel there all together, or at least they were there at one time in the early 90s. And, you know, their stuff took off with the readers. And then it seems like the whole line at Marvel started moving that way. And then one day I saw this on the newsstand or the bookstore, wherever I bought my comic shop. And it's like, what is this? And then I opened it. It's like, Herb Trimpe. What happened? What happened to his art style? So I'm pretty sure I bought the first issue. I don't think I bought the rest. I was just so shocked by the way he was drawing. But I recently read an interview where he talked about this era. And he said he was happy to do it. My impression was they made him do it, right? Hey, you got to draw in this style. That's what the kids like. But he was saying I don't think he did any of these covers. I'm not sure here, but... definitely not this one. But he said he liked the style. He liked keeping up with what was new out there at the time. He said those artists energized him. And, you know, I give him credit now in retrospect now, years later. Like, it's something he wanted to do and I guess prove to everybody that he could keep up with the kids. So that's what he did. Anyway, so I'm going to jump into this. So let me move these to the side. So we'll start with number 1 as we are... want to do. That sounds like such an archaic expression. We are want to do. But, okay, so now let's see. This thing moved on me. I just want to make sure that we are in focus. Or see, this paper is meant as my guide to make sure it's in the camera frame. Because, as you know, I don't edit these things later, so we got to do it right the first time. And because this is live television, so to speak, you guys get to see everything. So what I do, I tape this down like I should have done earlier. And that should prevent it from moving around. Anyway, like I said, I could edit this stuff out. I mean, but I don't know how to edit. I haven't applied myself to that yet, so... in the meantime, let's just do it this old-fashioned way. So let me open up here. Again, like I said, I remember buying this issue originally back in the day. God, 93, 92, that's a couple of 30 years ago. That's scary. But here we go. Fantastic Four Unlimited. The regular Fantastic Four title was still running, but they wanted to add another title. So, Herb Trimpe pencils, inks Mike DiCarlo. I was thinking of Mike Carlin, but wasn't he an editor at DC at the time on Superman? So, Mike DiCarlo inked it. So, here we go. I mean, yeah, it definitely has that, you know, 90s, I would say Liefeld style look, but obviously the big bulkiness looks like Herb Trimpe. And the writer is Roy Thomas. That's interesting, right? So, you know, Roy like Herb, classic Marvel creator, dating back to the late 60s. So, these two guys are steeped in classic Marvel storytelling. But here we go. Yeah, look at that, the anatomy. It's so interesting. And Johnny's bubble butt. That seems very 90s. So, yeah, this is Herb Trimpe applying himself to that modern style of art that was just taking off at Marvel like crazy. I'm not even sure at this point if McFarlane, Lee, and Liefeld got up and the others got up and left to form Image. They may have at this point. But again, it's their style that's really doing so gangbusters. So, yeah, and Sue Storm with the famous, the open window there on the number 4 on her costume, on her chest. I'm not sure if that was in the regular comic or if that's specifically for this one. I think I remember seeing it in the regular comic, at least when I glanced at it. But yeah, boy, this is interesting. Yeah, he looked at the art, I guess, what was out there, and then he just adapted his style. I mean, look at the anatomy here on the Black Panther. Like those, wow, semi-tractor size thighs. But yeah, if I squint, I see the Herb Trimpiness in here. But even his layouts, I guess, that's real in your face. But, you know, a guy like him with decades of experience, he definitely knows how to tell a story. It's just he's just amping it up. Boy, that's, yeah, it's like something right out of Youngblood or something. He's just amping it up because, you know, again, that's what they're doing. So anyway, the classic characters are all in here, right? So that grounds it in like FF history. Claw, Black Panther. Look at this side. Check out Reed with his big gun. Yeah, look, that's amazing. That really is amazing. It's a adaptation, man. You can adapt to anything. You know, and a professional will have to adapt to anything he's called to if he wants to do it. So, yeah, these are very Herb Trimpe very Herb Trimpe design monsters. Yeah, see, a Herb Trimpe page wouldn't get this busy. Like this, just loud and yeah, I guess busy is the best word. But this is what people want to read in '93, or at least big chunks of them. Boy, that's really amazing. Really amazing to see this. What's this, a short story here? Dave Hooper, penciler, Rick Parker, letters, Charles Barnett, inker. Wow, look at this, looks more toned down than Herbie's story. And I imagine this Dave Hoover. I think I saw him do an Invader story with, it's a nice shot. I thought I saw Dave Hooper do an Invaders comic with Roy Thomas in the 90s, which I thought I remember seeing the art more like, you know, the Herb Trimpe style here. But anyway, and then ads for what was out there at the time, Darkman, the movie. I didn't know it was a comic book adaptation or a comic book series. Meteor Man, one of the rare superhero movies at the time, not based on a comic, but wow, there we go. That's issue 1. Let me, you know what, I'm going to jump to issue, well, let me look at this one, issue 3. The cover really grabs me. But I want to jump, after this one, I want to show you one of the other books specifically. I mean, and what I like about these, I mean, I got a really good price on these. I had seen the whole set, 1 through 12, like on eBay, for I don't know how much, 25 or 30. But then I saw an online comic shop had them for $2 a piece. And what I like about this big set I just bought, when I did the research, Herb Trimpe didn't do issue number 8. So I figured, okay, well, why do I want to buy issue number 8 if he didn't do it? So instead of buying that full set on eBay, I went to this comic shop and just picked out all the, 1 through 12 minus number 8. And they were $2 a pop, to be honest. I mean, these might be in the dollar bin at your local comic shop. Maybe 50-cent bin, maybe quarter bin, whatever. But okay, I didn't mind picking them up $2 a shot and get them all at once. That's the thing too. I don't want to start having to get 3 here, 3 here, look for 2 over here, and whatever. So anyway, so I assume this is the same art team, same creative team. Yeah, the new Reed Richards here. And, okay. Getting these double splash pages. Herb Trimpe, Alex Trimpe. Oh, wow. Alex Trimpe. So, I believe, is that his son? I mean, come on, Trimpe, right? The son or his brother, but I was not aware that he had a son doing comics. Steve Montano, inker. Anyway, so Herb's the artist, and then there's layouts. That's it. I don't know. Normally you put the layout artist first, and then the other one would be the penciler, and then the inker, but whatever. Boy, this is really wonky. And I don't mean them floating around. I'm just like the layouts in the, yeah, Sue Storm. Yeah, her head has just changed shape, right? From the 80s, from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now it's a 90s shape head. Wow. Boy, that's like 4 pages of ads, I think. Jeez. Well, you got to pay. But I say these are 52-page comics, I think. The nice chunky size. So you do get a hell of a lot of art. Good for Herb. I mean, you know, whatever his page rate was, he's almost doing like 2 books a month at this size. Blastar, another classic FF villain. Yeah, it's funny, right? Reed, you know, the Reed and Johnny's suit stays the same, but Sue's had to get all super sexy in the 90s. Eesh. That's really interesting. I mean, because you always had boys and young guys buying the comics, right? But something about the 90s, it's like they really had to appeal to the even more base urges, I guess. So yeah, just going through here. Annihilus looks the same. I mean, still the villains also still have the classic designs. For the most part, that's one of the great Jack Kirby designs. Annihilus. I mean, that's an amazing creation. Most of the characters from the early FF, I mean, they're all created by Jack Kirby. The first 102 issues. So yeah, all these great character designs. But yeah, wow. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the characters. If you're drawing 90s style, you got to make the head shaped like a triangle, I guess. Again, it's just a certain particular group of artists that drew that way, so it's not like everything in the 90s looked this crazy. I mean, he is Mr. Fantastic, right? He can stretch his body, so I guess he could, if he wants to give himself a big steroid buffed look, I guess he could. There's some wild stuff. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to sit here and start reading some of these, at least start with the first couple. But it's just going to be, I definitely want to go through them all. Oh, this is a neat layout design here. What's going on here? This planet is being swallowed up or going through a black hole or something. They're the cosmic rays. Yeah, it'll be neat to read this with Roy Thomas's. You know, does he write different? Is he writing a 90s style? Here's a pinup. A Blastar. Yeah, so there we go. And God, I'm just curious what these pages are saying. Hey, this is great. So, okay, what I wanted to check out is issue 5, because in that interview I was talking about, yes, here we go. Herb Trimpe was saying that he inked himself on issue 5. So that is going to be really interesting to look at. Because in the other ones, you figure, well, he penciled it, you know, he laid down the drawing, and he was going for that 90s style. But the inker would definitely come in and, you know, enhance it, whatever. Let's see what Herb does on his own with his inks. I'm sure he's gonna, he's gonna follow his own pencils. So yeah, artist Herb Trimpe. So there's no, he is the penciler and the inker. Gee, there's Reed Richards with his. Yeah, I'm always amazed when that art style. Again, it's really big in the '90s. People are actually wearing regular suits, regular street clothes and suits, and the muscles are still showing through. It's like, that's the caliber of artists that were really big back then. And here Herb is just going right along with it. Remember the colors from the other ones. Now Yom Tov. God, it looks totally washed out here. Yeah, look at that Ant-Man. It looks almost orange instead of red. And even Ant-Man gets the treatment. Oh boy, okay. Big red gorilla. I'm not sure who she is, but I probably missed her in an early issue. Again, once I start reading the earlier ones, I guess I'll be brought up to date. But yeah, issue 5. So yeah, Claw's still in here, and the rest of the Frightful Four. It's like the Red Ghost. But yeah, this is the 5th issue. By now, Herb is, I'm sure, settled into this style. He knows what he's got to do for each page, each drawing. There's a rare quiet moment in this comic. Yeah, see, I see the old Herb Trimpe popping through that character there. But yeah, he really did reinvent himself for this. At least his art. So, like I said, 30 years later, I can give him credit for doing this. I mean, again, at the time, I walked away from it when I saw that first issue. Because, it was like, Herb Trimpe, what are you doing? Why are they making you draw this? But, okay. I guess now he's growing giant. Giant ant. No, he's not, unless the ant grew giant. It'd be funny if I read it and I still couldn't make it out what was going on. There we go. Yeah, I don't see too much different, like, now that he inked it. I was kind of hoping there was like a thicker line, almost like the way Jack Abel inked his work. Get rid of all this that 90s style art. But again, that would be against what he's trying to do. So he's all in. He's all in. So I guess another pin up here. Oh wow, yeah. Boy, that looks very Frank Miller. The way the rocks are. I don't know who did this. The way the rocks are inked. Sin City, which doesn't match the rest of the characters. But who knows who these guys are working on this book? Doing these pinups. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic Four Unlimited. What else we got here? Let me. I don't know if there's one that grabs our attention. It's not like you guys can shout it out or throw it in the chat. Hey, let's look at this book. I mean, the covers don't tell me much as far as. Because I don't think Herb did any of the covers. Let's look at what a Hulk versus Thing epic looks like in this modern style, because we've definitely, I know Herb has actually drawn Thing versus Hulk in 1 or 2 Hulk issues, and plenty of other artists have. So this might be that current Hulk in the 90s, or I guess when he was thinking, actually talking like a normal person, like Bruce Banner, and wearing pants with the belt. Yeah, could not. And then yeah, he's got like a nice haircut. I always thought that was a weird Hulk. But yeah, this is Fantastic Four. Herb Trimpe and Steve Montano inker. Check out this double page spread here. But yeah, see all this extraneous, what I call extraneous, just inking lines, cross hatching, hatching. It's just busy stuff. It's just that's what these younger guys were doing. I guess I don't know. I guess back then the thought was the more you fill up, the better it is. But it's got to be good stuff you're putting in there. Yeah, Hulk is talking like intelligently. Again, I was not reading the Hulk at this time either. I pretty much left Marvel, reading Marvel comics in the early 90s. I think I jumped over to DC, and I just in time to get into the whole Death of Superman, and then Bane breaking Batman's back. Those two storylines were pretty much, I think, going on at the time. But, yeah, over here at Marvel, the classic artists, some of them, at least this guy, is jumping into this modern art style. Yeah, storytelling, figure work. It's all 1993. So, if you haven't seen this is all new to you too. If you grew up liking this stuff 30 years ago, yeah, you either have fond memories of it or you have different opinion of it now. So for me, this is looking at it for the most part all brand new, other than that first issue, which I very barely remember looking through it the first time. So that's it. I'm gonna another 2-page. I don't know who the artist is, but yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I'll be interested to read the letters pages because I really want to hear what people are saying. I want to hear what people are saying. I want to see what letters Marvel actually prints about that. Let me check the last issue, number 12. I mean, this is the last issue of the series, so. And it's interesting. Very interesting is the cover's printed sideways. Fantastic, was it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, interesting. What was the thought for people to pin this on their wall as a poster? Hey, this is ripped here at the bottom. Am I going to complain? No, I'm not, because it's only $2, and it's like, and it's Fantastic Four Unlimited, right? So let's see what's we've got here. Herb Trimpe artist. Oh, there is an inker, Andy Lanning. And yeah, it looks like Roy wrote the whole series, Roy Thomas writer. Cover illustrated by Claudio Castellini. Nel Yomtov, editor, he was a colorist in an earlier issue we looked at. That's interesting. Mark Grunwald, another classic Marvel guy. So here we go. This is an age undreamed of. So I'm jumping to the end. I got Doctor Doom, a Skrull, Submariner, and Reed Richards has a beard now, I think, in the new comics, and maybe this is the first time he's sporting the beard. Yeah, Doctor Doom in a different costume, and Namor's sporting probably the epitome of the '90s, a ponytail. Wow, what's this? Interesting. Yeah, so this is still Herb Trimpe. It does seem different to me. And again, so maybe the inkers maybe did lighter pencils, and maybe the inker had more. But yeah, it's really, I don't know. Was Herb running out of steam at this point, or were they looser pencils? And yeah, it almost doesn't look like the same book, actually. Some of it there does. Wow, strange stuff. But very fascinating to look at. Wow. Wow, look at, yeah, why is this blurry? I guess it's a dream, right? Because this is actually pretty, looks sharp and normal, and these are, that's a weird effect. I started seeing it right here, I think. So, like, these guys also look very blurry. I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but yeah, Sue and Johnny definitely, yeah, definitely, they're blurred. Dr. Doom in a different uniform. Yeah, wow, this is a very bizarre artifact. This guy's pretty cool. It's kind of see-through. Yeah, and you see his skeleton. I don't know if they're creatures that Doom made. They kind of remind me of Inhumans, but I guess I'll find out when I put myself through the paces of reading Roy Thomas's storyline here. Yeah, the art looks very different. I mean, the thing looks very bizarre. Not sure what that's about. Yeah. I mean, he might have really rushed through to finish this, Herb. And then the inker just went with what was there. Anyway, I don't want to knock Herb Trimpe too much because he's one of my favorites. He's one of the great classic artists. Check out FF for more selection and become. Yeah, so it looks like they knew this was the last issue because now they're telling you to go to the regular Fantastic Four book. Next issue. Oh wow, another two story issue. Oh, I'm sorry. So why did I think number 12 was the last issue? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, what's this? This is, yeah, that's not CR. Or is that the cover artist? Coleto Castanelli? No, maybe not. I don't know. Somebody drew this. Interesting how they got these 2-page pinups in the back. Maybe they're trying to promote these artists in their other books. Anyway, well, there we go, folks. That was some interesting comics we just looked at. Fantastic Four Unlimited by Roy Thomas and Happy Herb Trimpe. So there we go. Wanted to look through these, wanted to pick these up and get them. Actually, looking at that last issue, I'm maybe nostalgic for this first one. This really crazy Youngblood style X-Force parody that Herb was drawing. So anyway, there we go. The strange but, you know, true story of Fantastic Four Unlimited. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this was educational, enlightening, shocking, surprising to you. But I enjoyed it. And like I said, I'll enjoy checking these out. So please subscribe to the channel so you'll be aware, be aware of the next exciting, interesting books I pull out of the air and look through here on Los Comics TV. Thank you so much.